2013 Subaru XV Crosstrek with a manual transmission. Now you may be thinking, manual transmission in an SUV? I know, this is super uncommon. In fact, very few vehicles can have all-wheel drive and a manual transmission that are SUVs. This Crosstrek here, the Forester, the Subaru Outback, and some Jeep models like the Patriot, Renegade, and Compass can have manual transmissions, but it's also very hard to find one. Finding an XV Crosstrek with manual transmission will be difficult, depending on where you live. This 2013 Subaru XV Crosstrek is a very interesting car. Let's take an in-depth look at it. The Subaru XV Crosstrek started selling in 2013. Then in 2016, they dropped the XV name. It's just called the Subaru Crosstrek. And now for 2018, there's a new Subaru Crosstrek that's coming out. Finding one with a manual isn't actually that uncommon, but it's not as common, of course, as the CVT transmission. When you go on AutoTrader, you're bound to find about 20 for sale right now with a manual transmission. The rest are all automatics. Let's go and take a look at the exterior and interior of this car. The design of the Subaru XV Crosstrek does stand out thanks to its jacked up ride height, its roof racks on top, and its sporty black wheels. It's a very good looking SUV. I'm really happy with the look of it, and it's not too offensive in any way. The Subaru Crosstrek was built on the Subaru Impreza hatchback platform. It is basically a Subaru Impreza that has been jacked up and has these plastic fenders and go all the way along the side of the body, and these more off-road ruggedy black wheels. The XV Crosstrek is powered by a 2-liter flat-bore, a boxer unit, and it makes about 148 horsepower, which is not a lot. This car is definitely quite slow. I think it probably does 0 to 60 in like 8-9 seconds or so. It's not very fast at all. And overall, it does look better, I think, than a normal Impreza of this period. I think the jacked up look is good. I'm not really sure though if it is worth the extra money to get the Crosstrek or to just go for an Impreza hatchback. This is of course the limited trim, which comes with all of the equipment. I mean, this one has fog lights, it has chrome door handles on it, it has mirror integrated turn signals, it has fake leather seats, leatherette, and it has navigation system, sunroof. It's completely loaded. It's not really by today's standards, and it doesn't have any of the new modern safety features that came in 2016 when Subaru added their EyeSight line to their products, but it isn't available for manual. You only go with the CVT transmission if you want EyeSight. The Crosstrek comes with a fairly normal key. It's not anything very special. It doesn't have push button start, and you do need to push the button to unlock it. So you have unlock, lock. This is for the trunk, and then there's the alarm there. So you just push unlock. The car beeps, and then you can go right ahead and open it up. Taking a first look inside, it's not a very exciting interior, although I don't think it's actually that bad. The quality isn't very good, as you can tell. It is soft touch up here. It's leather padded down here, and there's some more leather here. But this here is all hard touch plastic. And there you can see the manual transmission. And there's the head unit. It's a pretty aftermarket looking head unit. And it's actually not very good at all. But it's alright, it does what you need. And up there is some more info screens. Now that we're inside, let's take a little bit more look at the car. So to start it, you just take your key, push on the clutch, there we go. Started up. So taking a look at the infotainment system to start, it's a pretty basic system. So the navigation isn't very good. The graphics are actually better, I think, than in my Prius. but they're not really, the system is a little bit more harder to use. I do like that the roads pop up, so that's cool, so you can see the roads when you're driving around them. And I think the graphics are alright, but they're not really the best. They wouldn't be up to today's standards. Another cool thing is that you can push this button here, and you can also have your radio and your navigation. It makes the navigation screen smaller, and then you have your audio on this side here. Taking a look at the audio stream, it's pretty good. The sound system isn't particularly anything special. It's a pretty basic sound system. And the car, really, that's it. It's audio or navigation. That's your real choice, or you can have both. Taking a look at the top helper screens here, on the left we have the climate controls. So you can have your climate controls up there. It has dual climate controls, so you can set it depending on what you want for different. It has auto climate control, air conditioning, and all of that. On the right there, you have a secondary screen, and that there, I think you can alter it by switching through with this button here. Yep, then you can have, that's your time, temperature, and your fuel economy, and there's a bunch of different screens that you can check through here that, different things. You can also look at your all-wheel drive system, and a bunch of different screens, fuel economy, range, whatnot. Taking a look at the instrument cluster, it's a pretty basic looking instrument cluster. You have your tach on the left and your speedo on the right. In the middle you have your fuel and your mileage for the car, and then the warning lights are all around that. Fuel gauge is in the middle, like I said before, and looking over to the left here, this car has a lot of unlabeled switches, which I have no idea what to do, because this is really, like I said, one of the top trims. So this is the top trim, so I don't know why there's extra buttons there. You can turn your traction control off, and then there's the brightness here for the speedometer. Looking at the steering wheel, on the left you have your volume controls, also with the voice activation thing, which is terrible. You can use your voice recognition to control certain parts of the car, and then you have your phone buttons down here. This here, all it does is just set that top screen up there. And then looking down here, you have your cruise control settings on the right. You have, of course, your light and turn signal stalk on the left, and your wipers on the right. Moving down here, there's a good space to put a smaller phone. It's not the biggest space, but it's alright. And you have a socket here, 12 volts. And moving down here, you have, of course, your 5-speed manual transmission. This car does have a reverse camera, so when you put your car in reverse, the camera comes on. And then you have, of course, your cup holders down here. There's 2. And this area here is good to put your phone or your keys or whatnot. And then your, of course, parking brake is here. And then you have your heated seat controls down here. Taking a look at this center console, it's a decent amount of space. You have a USB plug, another 12-volt socket, and auxiliary plug-in. It's good. The seats are pretty good. I mean, it's not like real leather, it's kind of a fake leather, but they're good. They're pretty supportive, and they're nice and soft and comfortable. Taking a look at quality. Now, quality in Subarus isn't particularly that good. I do believe they are improving, but it's soft touch here, which actually is good. It's a little bit, but no, yeah, it is soft touch. This is all, of course, hard right here, but it does get soft. No, it's all hard. Yeah, it's all hard. All down here through the center console, but you kind of expect that from this car. But I do like that the dash is soft. Up here is nice and soft, and like I said, the door panels are padded. This is a little bit hard. The steering wheel is nice and leather wrapped, and overall, it's not that bad of an interior. If you're looking for just a a fun little small SUV with a manual transmission, the XV Crosstrek is a really good option. Taking a look up here, you have, of course, your sunroof controls down here, so you can just open this up like that, and it also tilts up too. Taking a look at rear visibility, it's pretty good. The back windshield there is nice. You can see easily out of it. Let's go take a look now at the rear seats. Taking a look now at the rear seats, it's actually really comfortable back here. There's some good room to stretch out, but you can clearly see when you're in the back seats why you should have gotten an Outback or a Forester, because the legroom, although it's good, your feet kind of don't have much room, so you have to put them under the seat, and there's not a lot of room down there for that. Legroom's pretty good. I can kind of stretch out back here, but it's not particularly the best. It's not that bad though, because you have a, of course, center armrest that sticks up nicely here. The hump in the floor is pretty big, of course, due to the transmission and all-wheel drive. Stepping over here to the middle, It's alright. You can sit 3 people back here, but the seat isn't very comfortable, so it's better for just 2 people. Let's go and take a look at the trunk, I guess you would call it. Taking a look now at the trunk, there's a decent amount of space back here. It's not huge or anything. I would say it's similar to what my Prius is. But you can fit some stuff back here. You could probably fit, I don't know, a big suitcase. That would probably be it. It's not particularly wide. The load height isn't that bad, and when you do fold down the seats, you do take the cargo cover out. It's decent. There's some decent space back here. It's very flat though, which is good, and you can now load a lot more things back here. It becomes a very practical car. Now, personally, I think the Crosstrek is more of a city car than kind of like a suburban car out here. You'd probably want to go for a Forester or an Outback if you are hauling a lot of stuff. But it's good. It's a pretty small car, and it definitely stands out in the city. There's not a ton of these around compared to the amount of Imprezas there are. So if you're looking to stand out a little bit more and you still want some space, which this has, it's a great car. In conclusion, the Subaru XV Crosstrek is a great car, but due to its small engine, lack of horsepower, and a little bit of lack of space in the rear, it's not really built for families. This is a good person, or car for a single person, or 2 people. Not really a great car for a family because its rear space isn't that good, but overall it's a really good car, and you can actually do some light off-roading with it thanks to its, of course, lifted ride height, and it's, bigger off-road tires. Anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and check out some of my other videos, and check out my Instagram and my website. Have a good day.